Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. This morning, like in every other show, we speak to people in Paarl and Wellington doing amazing things and following their dreams and their passion. And today I've got that type of guest. She's been following her passion for quite some time. Her name is Colyn. And where she found my attention, she just recently completed the Tour du Cap, and she won it, and I thought, okay, that's quite good. And then she went to Rwanda, and she also came first there as a dual, and then I thought, okay, that's very, very good. So I thought, okay, let me chat to her and find out a bit more about Catherine. And she previously was in Pretoria, and now she's in Paarl, so I want to find out, why in Paarl, and how she's finding it amongst us. Madam, good morning. How's it?
Morning. Thanks for having me here today.
Yeah.
So actually, I was born in Paarl, but we moved down to Paarl. I was born in Pretoria.
Yes.
And we moved down to Paarl when I was in grade 3.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I've been here for quite some time.
Okay. I thought you moved from Pretoria a year later.
I know. I've gotten used to the heat now, so I'm good.
Well, that means you've been flying under the radar here, because normally I know what's happening with people in Paarl, and I saw in 2018 you won a national under 23 champs. That was quite some time ago. So you've been flying under the radar.
Yeah. So I've actually been racing overseas every year on the road. So I think that's maybe why. So then 2019 I was in the States.
Okay.
Yeah. So
No wonder.
And then COVID hit in 2020, and in 2021, those 2 years, I took a bit of a back step from it, focus more on family. Yeah. And then I decided end of last year, okay, let's start getting this going again. Changed coaches, got new strength coach, dietitian, signed up with the Eat Pro team, and that's just full steam ahead.
It's also, it's super exciting that sport is getting back. So last night that stadiums can be 50% full, which is super exciting. But before we get to the cycling, childhood, was it a loud house? Did everybody cycle? Is that why we cycling?
So my mom and my dad were both super competitive, and I've always been an athlete. So I did running when I was younger, and I was in pole gym, so there's sports in your blood if you're in pole gym. So my sister, not really athletic type, she's more like the bookworm, so it's actually complete opposite. So it's always flying around, doing races, doing cycling, running, competitions, anything, just to get the energy out. And then it just manifested into what it is today, really.
But tell me, so what happens when there's that trigger that says, okay, mountain biking is what I want to do for the rest of my life and not athletics? And do we get home after matric and say, hey, mom, dad, I'm doing mountain biking for the rest of my life?
So I think it was more like a natural progression, because I did love running, and then I kind of realized I'm not that fast to be at like top level. And then I started to get into cycling, because my dad was like, okay, come, I'm going to buy you this bike, let's go. And then I still remember him telling me, if you get top 3 at the nationals, I'll buy you these really cool mountain biking shoes.
Nice.
So back then it was the S-Works mountain biking shoes, and I was like, are you sure? Are we going to shake on this deal? And then I ended up getting third, and I was under 16, and I was like, come, now you have to pay up, you have to give me the shoes. So I think that whole thing just sparked the interest towards cycling and mountain biking, and anything really that's road mountain bike or anything with a bicycle, for instance, essentially. And then I just started noticing, hey, I really enjoy it, and I'm actually not too bad at it. And then when I was matric, the year after matric, I went to Europe for about 3 months, got a taste of that. And I enjoyed it. It was hard. It was a learning experience. It's a very steep learning curve for us from South Africa, because you go from racing in a peloton on the road of about 20 girls in South Africa to when you go to Europe, it's 120.
Jeez.
So it's a huge learning curve. And then, so I came back from there, and then I was like, okay, I still want to do this. And then the next year, the best season I had was 2018. Was a year I won the under-23 jersey. I went to Europe. I raced on the club team, and then I was actually able to get podium on one of the Belgium races.
Wow!
And it's just when you get able to experience that type of level of racing, you just get better and you like understand it better. And unfortunately, it's just really difficult for us, South Africans, to get to Europe for the road racing because one, it's always self-funded. And then two, also it's just like our visas. You only get 3 months. And then they're like, okay, you have to come back unless you get like a special allowance for it. But it's very difficult to get like a 6-month visa. Yeah, so then we did that, and then I raced in the States, and then that was then also like a good learning curve. It's not as tough as Europe, but at least then I could stay there for 6 months. So that's interesting how Europe is only 3 and America is 6, but not complaining. So yeah, so it's just, you start to see like what you enjoy the most. And now I then decided, okay, well, I can't be going to Europe anymore because of COVID and traveling is impossible. And it's really expensive, and everything was self-funded through my parents, of course. And they were like, Kath, we need to now like take a little step down because as everyone, COVID was hard on everyone. So I was like, okay, cool, let's then take a focus towards mountain biking because it's a new challenge, it's a new level. Because when you get used to racing at a certain level, it's a bit difficult to be motivated to race at a lower level.
100%.
So mountain biking was like the new challenge for me to go forward with. So I was like, okay, cool, well, I'm pretty much starting from scratch. So it was really difficult to push together some sponsors who were like, okay, cool, let's keep pushing with you. I was lucky enough to keep Chia Vita on my side when I started the whole journey. They've always been very supportive. And then also, now with the mountain biking, it's taken a while, but I'm starting to find my feet in it slowly but surely.
Yeah, because I mean, you were in Rwanda and you won. I mean, was that like the first tag team type mountain biking race you did?
Yeah, so that was actually the first team event, a proper team event I've done. And also my first international, so to say, mountain biking event. So it was an amazing experience, and it was very, very cool to be racing different terrain, different trails. Like racing through those villages in Rwanda, everyone is so friendly, and the environment is just so positive. And also it's just so clean there. It's really amazing. Like they say it's Africa for beginners because it's just very inviting, and it's not as intimidating as like Congo or Gabon, like the stronger countries.
Pretty cool, because I mean, I saw you're not doing the Apps Cape Epic, and I thought, okay, you've won the Rwanda, you're going to rest a few days and we're going to see you on the starting podium for the Epic. Was it? No. I'm an avid supporter. I love the Epic, and I wish I could have done it when I was younger, but you didn't do it this year?
No, geez, like I was really like holding thumbs and crossing my fingers to get like a late call up to say, hey, can you please come race? Because it's difficult when you are pretty much self-funding yourself when it comes to racing. So at the moment, I've got amazing equipment sponsors with my signing with the rocacorba Pro E-team. So our sponsors there is Specialized and Garmin. So that's amazing equipment sponsors. And I've got the clothing with Chia Vita. But unfortunately, when it comes to the financial aspect, it's a bit difficult to get people together.
Sorry, but how much is it this year? Because I remember when I wanted to do it, I think it was like 50K per person.
Oh no, I think now it's like 95.
Jeez, per rider.
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong, but it's possible.
Okay, so I'll never be able to do it.
So now, but like I think like I'm not sure like pro teams get like a bit of a discount towards it. I don't know.
But how challenging is to have a single sport, to be self-funded? I mean, if you just look at the basket of how many cyclists there are in South Africa, they're probably all knocking on the same doors for sponsorships. I mean, how challenging is it to progress as a professional then?
No, it's very difficult because now I feel that sponsors actually see that they don't need results to do well. They need how well you are at your marketing yourself as an individual due to COVID. So they saw now in this 2 years that, okay, well, we're not getting the same results as what we were from the athletes. But now it's the athletes that really like rise above, and they really market themselves in like their own special way, and then they can still kick ass on the bike. So they like I think it's now becoming progressively more difficult just to be like, here's my results. Then they're going to be like, yes, but can you do this as well? So you need to almost now become like the full personality, full package. So it's difficult to stand out and it's difficult to get sponsors because I think everyone's a bit scared because financially with COVID and like the uncertainty of sports at what it was, where now it's becoming more stable again. But yeah, it's always a challenge, especially now, unfortunately, if you are a female athlete.
Yeah, and I mean, if you just look at all the cyclists, I think social media now plays a massive role because everybody, I just see Panda Wear and I see Chovita and I just see Specialized. Everybody's just, I think, but that's what you're saying is that the sponsors want marketers, not only riders, but there must be riders and marketers.
Exactly. Yeah, you need to be like a personality that's attached to the brand. So they can be like, okay, cool, we know that Kath can do X, Y, Z, ticked. Then we don't need to go and put like more financial means out there to get like more ads or X, Y, Z. So they're looking for the complete package at times.
Yeah. Give me COVID, give me lockdown 2020 and 2021 in a nutshell for you. Because, I mean, you're a cyclist, now you can't cycle. What was the experience for you?
Lots of Zwifting.
Wait, I want to chat about that also because I know there was a SA National, but first talk about lockdown. How was that?
No, we were, so my boyfriend, Javier, we were in Knysna for lockdown. So we actually went there just for like a little weekend away. And then the president had their speech and he was like, no, 2 months, hard lockdown.
Can't come home.
Like we could come home because there was that little grace period. But we were like, I think it's going to be nicer here. So we stayed in Knysna. But we did a lot of Zwifting. Like the 1 week, I think I did like 23 hours on Zwift. So we did like, I did a half Everesting. And then Javier did a full Everesting. So that I did like I think it was like 6 hours on the bike on Zwift. But then I rode with Charisse Willett and also then Candice Lill. So we did like Zwifting together and we were on like I think WhatsApp call and we were chatting and just having like a great group ride virtually. And then Javier did like this whole thing with Billy Smith and Jock.
That's so cool.
So we made it like a vibe almost. But for me, I'm more of a homebody, so it wasn't really a big adjustment.
Okay, cool.
So I was okay with it. And then last year, it was more of now trying to see how to create a plan B for myself if I now have to now stop cycling or I need to make an extra income or whatever. So that gave me great balance in my life. So I would say in a nutshell, it gave me good balance when it comes to life in general, from like financial, family, and then also just cycling that I actually really enjoy it.
I wanted to say like you went with this essay. I saw there was like an essay, a world tournament?
Yeah, world champs.
You were chosen for representing South Africa. I was following it and it was very difficult because I saw you guys were going uphill and you were going downhill. And people were tracking you, how that you can't jump out the system. I mean, from lockdown, that has probably just grew tremendously, the Zwifting. Explain to me this essay. How does it work?
So that was Zwift World Championships. So I'm currently actually on the Rocacorba Collective E-Pro Zwifting team. And now one of my teammates is Ashley Moore-Monpassio. So she was the world champion of 2021. Or 2020, 2020. And now she had to defend her title for this World Championships. So leading up to the event, we did a lot of the Premier League races, where we could race together on the platform. So it's essentially you racing on Zwift, but then you're racing against everyone in the world for that specific event. So you have to go through a whole selection criteria and you have to do Zwift weigh-ins. So you have to submit a weigh-in video of your weight within 2 hours before the event starts and a height video, and then prove that your data is real. And it's a lot of admin, but it's really good because they're proving that it can be a clean sport.
100%.
So then now with the World Championships, it was myself, Courtney Webb, Ashley Moore-Monpassio, and then Shannara, so it's other girl in Durban. We were now racing for Ashley to help her defend her world title. So it was a super, super hard race. I don't remember much. It was like a bit of just like a fever dream for me. So no, but like Ashley, she's just next level.
That's what I was watching.
I was doing the pre-race ride with her the day before, And like on Zwift, you can do like a group ride where you say like no drop. So we were doing our efforts, and I'm just sitting there, I'm just watching, because you can see like watts per kilo, and I'm just watching this. I'm like, wow, this is next level. Like this is really next level. So just to like be able to like learn from her and to be on the team with her, it's just amazing. And then she finished fourth year at the race. So that's even just that itself is like really amazing.
Yeah, because I was watching it, I'm like, I really don't understand what's going on, because it looks like when it goes uphill, you guys are struggling. You actually have to stand because something happens to the bike or something. And
So it's a lot of, it's almost like a game essentially.
Yeah, like virtual reality.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like, you can't really race how you would race normal life races. And I think for a lot of people, it's still like, oh, you race Zwift. It's like, what? Like, okay. But it's because it's new. Like, when the guy invented the wheel, everyone thought he was crazy because this is weird. Now we can look 5 years down the line, they can be like, yeah, Zwifting is the thing, know?
It's an international tournament on the cycling calendar.
So, but also the thing is, like, it makes you super strong. Like, that's what I've seen now with Twitter Cup and Rwanda. In those races, it builds you mentally that you're really, really tough, because you have to sit in your garage by yourself, staring at your screen, and you have to push yourself to do it. And it also helps you with like longer effort intervals and everything. So it's
so there are benefits.
100%.
Well done, madam. So what's happening for the rest of 2022? So looks like stadiums are opening, sport is getting back to normal. What's on your calendar?
So with the Rocacorba Collective, we have the Premier League races coming up again, and then also we work with the community races. So if you don't mind, I can just chat about that. But so with Rocacorba, it's a great initiative because the whole goal is to give women the confidence to ride together, and then to take that confidence that you build on Zwift to go and do real life races outside, because that's always the common denominator we found, was that women don't have the confidence to go and into events because they're always scared of, oh, I can't do it. Where now we do with the collective is that during the week there's like group yoga sessions and training sessions on Zwift, and then races.
That's so cool.
And then the races, then one of the riders of each from the Premier League, of the pro team, will be then the DS for each of the different level teams. So I work with the C team. So then we motivate the women in the race, and we give them advice on how to race.
So you're like a mentor?
Yeah, so almost
Pretty
like that.
cool,
So we're giving other women the confidence that we have to help them grow. So it's like a platform that anyone can really sign up to. It's internationally for anyone, and it's a great initiative.
So I mean, if there are ladies that want to get, how do they get involved in that?
They can just go to the Rocacorba website or Instagram page. There's a link in the bio.
Rocacorba, how do you spell that?
Rocacorba. So it's Rocacorba. So it's, I can't spell it.
Okay, but I'll put it in the
link. We can just link it like down the bio of the video.
Okay, but that sounds super cool, like empowering.
Yeah, it's a great initiative because she created it.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's just to build the future for women, help them grow and everything.
Cool,
so so we got those races coming up. That's throughout the year. So there's a little bunch racing happening April, like May side again. And then I've got some mountain bike races happening. Road is a little bit quiet now because we're going into winter. And I got national marathon championships end of May.
So that's the big one.
That's the big one for me. So hopefully we're aiming to get on the podium for that one.
Right, where is that?
In Carcliffe. So that's in Hilton. Hilton side,
End of May.
End of May.
Right, and the rest of the year? And
the rest of the year is like holding my thumbs, keeping fingers crossed. I'll be able to do Pioneer. That's a big one. It's a 8-day stage race, the UCI one. But you need some like good sponsors for that. And then Wines to Wales, just other mountain bike races. That's throughout the season. So just to keep it consistent, gain more experience as possible this year on the mountain bike, and try to keep the results on the podium.
Of course, so the sponsors can see you.
Exactly. So just keep things rolling, and then hopefully it sets up for a good year for 2023.
Nice, man. If you could invite 3 people to supper, they could be dead or alive, who would be sitting next to you at the table?
Oh, wow, now that's a good question. This is probably like your common question, hey?
No, it's just special people get that question.
Just special ones, okay.
Just the special people
you
get
say
that question.
3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would have to say, geez, now I need to think. I would say Wout van Aert.
Who's he?
He's a cyclocross rider.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Geez, I don't know.
You don't have to be cycling people.
I know, but now it's like...
They're not watching, don't worry. Wolf is not watching. He's not going to be offended if you don't mention his name. So, I mean...
Okay, and then I would say... Actually, I would say Jane Goodall.
Actor.
No,
Actress.
no, she... Jane Goodall, she's with the gorillas in Rwanda.
Oh, okay, yes, I see, yes, okay. Nice.
Her. And then... what's the other guy's name? There was like Gandhi.
Okay, from India.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So let's actually take Wout out because now I'm getting more philosophical here. You know, like life lessons here. So like he can go back to Belgium.
Oh, sorry, no offense. Sorry, no offense. We're just filling the table here.
We gotta be more philosophical right now. And then probably like Elon Musk.
Yes, but that guy's not. Okay, that's another conversation. Anyway, okay. Cool.
How many do I have left? Is that just there? It's just 3.
3, yeah.
Okay, I'll take those 3 because
Jane, Elon, and Gandhi.
Yeah,
that's a good.
You got
that's
money,
a good
you got
mix.
philosophical, and then you got like growth. You know, like with the environment and everything.
But that's a good.
There we go.
If you had a billboard on the main road and your face is there with a speech bubble, what do you want to tell the world?
It's going to be okay.
Lovely. That's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Madam, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
That was a very cool conversation.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It was great.
Guys, yes, Catherine Colyn. We fixed the surname just prior to the interview. So SA Cyclist. If the sponsors outside, you know where to look. But thanks for joining, and we'll chat to you. We'll see you later. Goodbye.